I expect a man to pay for the date. Yes, the whole entire date. That includes my Uber to the date and my Uber back to my house. If you are a man that I'm interested in, I want to see that you can provide for me. I want to see that you can afford an Uber ride. I want to see that you can afford a nice dinner date. Like, can you afford basic things? Because if you can't afford dinner and an Uber, my transportation, you certainly can't afford kids. You certainly can't afford a house. You certainly can't afford my bills. And I got bills to pay. Okay?
This sort of list of demands is absolutely a turnoff to all men, because they all know that when this is her attitude, she is not reciprocating. She's not putting in effort. She's literally just existing, and she'll actually call that effort. No, a man wants a relationship because of what can be created within that relationship. But when it's pretty clear that a woman just wants to take, especially this early on, that man is just going to look elsewhere, or he'll just decide he's staying single.
Yes, all men at some point are rapists.
Excuse me, I'm going to have to interrupt here for a second. What exactly led one to the conclusion that all men, all men, are what now?
Most definitely the grandfathers and the older men, the ones that, had 10 kids.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the explanation for this one.
You think Grandma wanted to just continually do that?
One is certainly making a lot of assumptions here, not the least of which is about Grandma.
And what you don't realize is coercion is rape.
Interesting. I do so wonder what they mean by coercion.
Every single man has done this to at least one woman in his life, that you sit there and go, oh, please come on. And she's like, no, not tonight. No, not tonight. I'm tired. I have a headache, I don't want to. And you continue to coerce her until she says okay, and then just rolls over and lets you do it. That is considered rape.
Because I'm curious, what exactly is the overall point of making this type of content? What is the ultimate end goal? Because it certainly doesn't seem to be helping anyone. And it's certainly not raising awareness. The only thing that it seems to be doing is spreading a personal narrative of dislike, very severe dislike, of men, by trying to say that they're all guilty of something, simply because one wants them to be. But that's not how reality works. So I continue doing this.
She's doing it because she is a bitter cat lady. In her mind, because no man was willing to commit to her, that now means they're all evil people who do evil things.
Third of men, 33%, a little over a third, of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. So I've got a question for the men. So my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done.
I'm seeing more and more of these videos, and honestly, it makes me sad because guys have told women why. We've made it very clear why we're walking away. And we're walking away in droves, and it's only going to get worse because you're not hearing why we're walking away. It's very simple. Don't read between the lines. Hear these words. There is absolutely no benefit anymore to being in a relationship with a woman for a man. None. Zero. Zilch. Especially when you consider the risk compared to any potential reward. Roughly 55% of marriages end in divorce, and the guy loses everything. Add into it all the relationships where they weren't married, and the guy lost access to his kids and had to pay mountains of child support, and so on. When you really look at it, there's less than a 1 in 4 chance of having a successful relationship. Would you risk everything you have? Would you risk your children and having access to them, knowing you only had a 25% chance of success? I doubt it. Add to it the expectations that today's women have are beyond absurd. We all joke about the sixes, but the reality is that is most women's expectation. You expect men to give, and offer nothing in return. I'm not saying any of this to be mean, but I am being blunt in hopes you'll hear it. Because we've said it over and over and over again. And yet, you're still asking us, why are you walking away? That, in a nutshell, is the crux of the problem. You ask us, but you don't want to hear the response. And if you hear it, you don't want to accept it. My honest advice to you ladies is this. Get a mirror, look in it, and ask yourself, what are we offering to men? Why should men want to be with us? And if your answer is things like, you have a great career or job, or that you're going to cook and clean. None of that matters to us. Not in the least. What matters to us? Peace, loyalty, and acknowledgement. Something very, very few women give to their man. And until you're willing to give that, until you're willing to set aside your ridiculous expectations, those numbers you mentioned are only going to get worse.
This is just the reality of it. So women, you know, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold off until we get that great job, really career driven. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
So, okay.
Go ahead, love doctor.
All right. So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, you know, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one, right? You can't be the one to pay for the meal, and because you're dating down.
I hate.
To me, by this particular study, I have to date down now. What is that? You wanted to make more money? You wanted to make more money? You make more money? What's the if there is a responsibility with making more money? First of all, I don't believe in any of it. But if there's a responsibility that comes with making more money, accept it. You wanted to make more money.
They don't want to admit it, but they tend to have a very self-serving and hypocritical mentality, where if the man makes more money than her, he isn't dating down. But if it's the other way around, she is dating down. Save yourself the headache and avoid people with self-serving mentalities.
Where are all the good men that don't cheat? Where are all the good men that still respect women to understand that they don't deserve to be played with, lied to, and manipulated? Where are all the good men that want to prioritize their family, their girlfriends, and the people around them that matter? Where are all the good men that know the sacrifice of a woman when she's at home with the kids or she's making a house a home and they appreciate it? Where are all the men that are happy to go to work every single day knowing that the home and the house that they built is because they sacrificed time away from their children? Where are all the good men that are trying to balance work, a romantic relationship, their kids, trying to do all the right things and still feel like they're falling short? Where are all the good men that understand that women can be crazy, but you love them anyway? Where are all the good men that understand that things are not always going to be easy, but they're not going to go out and cheat or be out in the club to fill their ego instead of making it work within their relationship? Where are all the good men that still have integrity? They do exactly what they say they're going to do and they never fall short. Where are these men? Because according to women, there are no good ones left. Okay, bye.
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you'll enjoy this next video. I will see you there.